Hello everybody, it's Helena, and in today's video we are building this really large modern family mansion that I built in the world of Windenburg in The Sims 4, obviously. But yeah, I built it on a 40 by 30 lot on the beautiful island in Windenburg, and I think it's very nice. I hope you all like it as well. I spent a lot of time on this house, far longer than I was expecting, and I don't really know why it took me this long, because I've done houses this size and bigger in the past that didn't take me probably as long, but this one just took me forever for some reason. So yeah, that's why this video is rather long. But yeah, anyway though, I've been wanting to do a modern mansion for quite a while, and I've been looking at a lot of inspo pics on Pinterest and on Google Images and whatever, but I just kind of ended up, okay, this is kind of random, but I was looking through the debug menu for the Get Famous pack, and in the debug menu there are some, or I think it was the live edit menu, that makes a lot more sense, but yeah, in the live edit menu there are sometimes some buildings that appear around the worlds in the different worlds, and with the Get Famous pack we got the world of Delso Valley, and in that world there is this modern house in the background of one of the neighborhoods, and I just felt so inspired by that building, and it just feels so random that I was super inspired by a debug building that some, I don't know, EA developer had made when I had been looking at so many Pinterest pictures of really gorgeous houses, and I hadn't really felt super inspired by them, but then I felt inspired by some weird debug house. Yeah, I don't know, that was weird, but I'll put a screenshot of the house on the screen right now so you can see what I was inspired by, and I feel the house, or the finished product, definitely resembles that house, but it doesn't look that much like it, but the shape of it is similar. So yeah, I don't know, that was what I felt inspired by, and I just thought that was kind of odd, but I don't know, I really liked that debug building, but I like my own house better because it's just better. Sorry, but it is. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just being honest. I think I'm a better builder than the EA developers who make debug houses. I'm very sorry. Anyway though, it was a fun little thing, I guess, but this house fits a total of up to 6 Sims, I would say, and as I said, this is a pretty long video, but that is totally fine by me because I've got a lot of stuff to talk to you all about it today in this video. But before I do that, I would just like to give you all a bit of a, I guess, verbal walkthrough while you watch the exterior being made. So I'm gonna talk about the interior while we create the exterior, because talking about the interior while we create the interior would just make too much sense. So I'm gonna do it now, okay? Anyway though, so this house has 3 stories and it's rather large. As I said, it is in fact a mansion, and it fits a total of up to 6 Sims, and it has 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. But on the first floor we've got the basics. We've got the kitchen slash dining room. It's one big room, and there's also a rather large bathroom, and they've got not 1 but 2 living rooms, which I think is so cool. And that's just when somebody's real rich and fancy, when they've got more than 1 living room. I think that's so cool. So they've got the, I guess, formal one, which is where they entertain. That is where they bring their guests when they've got people over, and that's where they just have conversations about rich people things, I guess. And then they've got their more hangout TV room, which is where they hang out on a Thursday night when they've gotten home from work, and that's where they watch Grey's Anatomy to relax and whatever. So they've got those 2 living rooms, which I think is nice, and that's kind of the first floor. So if we go up to the second floor, we got all of the bedrooms, and there are 4, as I said, but this house sort of consists of 2 buildings in a way, and there's some corridor slash hallway with a lot of windows in between the 2 parts of the house, and the formal living room is on the second part of the house, the smaller one, I suppose. But yeah, on top of the formal living room there's, I guess, I didn't really know what kind of bedroom I wanted to make this, so I just made it a very neutral and not personalized at all bedroom, and I was thinking that it's perhaps for guests. But yeah, it has an ensuite, so there's a bathroom attached to the bedroom, but I didn't originally plan on putting a bathroom there, but then I just figured that there weren't really any bathrooms very close to that bedroom, and I didn't really want them to have to walk over to the other side of the house at night if they want to get up and pee or whatever, because these people are super rich, so they get to have bathrooms very close to their bedrooms, okay? That's just how it works. It's too hard to walk like 50 feet to get to another bathroom, right? So that is just like a fourth bedroom that isn't for anyone in like the immediate family, but I was guessing that maybe like one of the parents' sibling or something just like stays with them either for just a period of time, or they live with them permanently and that's where they reside, I guess. I don't know. But then on the like main part of the house, like on top of the kitchen, dining room, whatever, all of those rooms, we've got all of the like immediate family's bedrooms. So we've got 2 children's bedrooms, and I made a bedroom for a child and a teenager, and I really had a lot of fun making those rooms. I think they're so cute and so personalized, and I just had a lot of fun with them. And then there's also the parents' bedroom, and I didn't really I don't know, put a lot of personality into that one. I feel like I never really put a lot of personality and fun stuff into my parents' bedrooms, which is something I actually want to get better at like doing. I want to put personal stuff in there, just because I feel like it's kind of sad that they just have to have a very neutral and not a very fun room when all of the other people in the house get to have fun rooms, you know? So I kind of want to get better at doing them a little bit more, I don't know, interesting. I guess that didn't make any sense. I want to make them more interesting is what I meant to say. But yeah, they've also got an ensuite. They've got probably the biggest bathroom in the house, so that's very nice. Good for them, I guess. But yeah, that is the second floor. Also, there are some balconies and whatever. There's one attached to the guest bedroom, one for the parents' bedroom, and then also one for the teenager's bedroom. So lots of balconies, very fun. But yeah, on the third floor, this is where it gets fun, okay? This is the fun floor, and I had a lot of, you know, fun creating this one. But it's like solely for hobbies, so it's like all play, no work on the third floor, and I think it's very cool. So on top of the main building, there's a home gym with a little like treadmill and the, you know, weight machine. I do not know what that kind of workout equipment thing is called. I do not work out, but it's the one where you like lift weights, I think. I don't know, that one thing, right? And then from the home gym, there's a little like archway that leads into a, I guess, a spa room or something, where I put a yoga mat and I put a bathtub so you can take relaxing soaks in that little spa room. And then I also put the massage chairs, and I don't exactly remember how those chairs work in game, because I know that before we got the spa day refresh last year, if you were to put a chair like that on your home lot, the only option that you would get was to like hire some masseuse, I think, and that was like the only thing you could do. You couldn't get any of your Sims in your family to do any of the massages or anything of that sort. But I think I have a theory that after we got the spa day refresh last year, you can like get one of your family members or something to give you a massage or something, and also like give you a manicure, pedicure, or something like that. So I think you might be able to use that chair without even having to hire anybody. But if you do have to hire somebody, then that's just like fine, because these people are super rich, so they can afford it, you know, they can afford to hire some people to massage their hands and feet and everything like that. But yeah, that is the massage room in the home gym, and outside of that there's just like a little hangout area, I suppose, where I put a telescope, you know, the new ones that are small and handy and cute. I put that out there, and then on the other side of the house I put a art room, which I think is really, really cool. So I was thinking that the teenager really loves to do art and they're super, super passionate about it. And since these people have a lot of money and the kids are probably really spoiled, the parents were like, why don't you take the extra little room on the third floor and turn it into an art room? Because we've got the room for that, you know? So that teenager just got to have their own room dedicated to art, which is really cool. And I put 2 art easels up there, and there's an easel in the backyard as well. So they've got 3 easels in total. And the reason why I put like multiple is because I know that like as an artist, sometimes when you're working on a painting and you kind of like, I guess, hit a little roadblock with that painting, you get very like uninspired and whatever, you kind of just want to like move on to something else. And sometimes if you just feel super inspired to paint something or draw something, you have to like do it as soon as possible so that inspiration doesn't escape your brain. So you just gotta like make it real as soon as you possibly can. So I thought it was very important for this artist to have like multiple painting easels that they could paint on, because that is just very important as an artist. I used to draw a lot, so yeah, I definitely relate to like just feeling the need to like instantly just put, you know, your inspiration into something real, you know. So I like to put multiple easels in my art rooms when I do those, and just like in my builds that I do for artists. And then I also, you know, just like put a desk with a PC on it, and I think that's actually like the only PC in this house, which is kind of a dumb thing for me, because like, why did I not put more than one PC in this huge ass house? I don't know. And these people, one thing that they don't have is a home office, so I guess that's kind of sad for them, but oh well, I guess they will survive. But yeah, there's the PC on the 3rd floor, and you can obviously just like add some more if you want to. But I was thinking that maybe this teen also likes to do digital art, so they do that on the laptop up there. But there's also a little keyboard, and I also put a like grand piano in the formal dining, no, not the dining room, the living room. So they've got 2 pianos, and I was kind of like thinking that I don't really know what family members likes to play the piano, but I was guessing that it's one of the parents. So I was kind of like thinking that maybe they prefer to play on the grand piano, just because I know that grand pianos sound a lot better than keyboards do. Like they're a lot fuller in the sound or something like that. I don't know a lot about, you know, pianos or music in general, but I have heard that grand pianos are definitely the best thing to play on. So I guess that they prefer to play on that one, but sometimes I feel like the family just kind of like gets a little bit too much of them always practicing and always playing on the piano, so they just like need that family member to either take a break from playing or go upstairs to the 3rd floor and play on the keyboard, just so they can like rest in their ears while they are downstairs, you know? So I just felt like that was very realistic, because as a family you always like get into little, I guess not really arguments, but you just kind of like bicker a little bit. And one thing that kind of could set another family member off would be that another family member just like kept playing loudly all the time. That would be kind of annoying. I definitely feel like I would be very mad at one of my family members if they just like played the piano all day every day. So yeah, it's good that they have like another piano upstairs that they can just like go to when the other people get a little bit too much of them, I guess. But yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say about this house, at least in the interior. But I also put like a little separate building on the side of the house where I put a laundry room, and in that laundry room I obviously put laundry. And I also put a ping pong table, just because that room was kind of large and I just was able to fit a ping pong table in perfectly, so I wanted to put one right there. Kind of random, but it's fine, and it's cool, whatever. And then there's a pool outside in the backyard, and I think it's very nice and pretty, and the backyard is just kind of fun, I guess. So there's a fire pit as well, and just some hangout spaces, so it's a nice place, it's a nice lot. And I feel like this house would be so unbelievably expensive in real life. Like, imagine having to pay for this house. Like, it's so large, and the location is so good, and the view is just amazing, so it would just be absolutely unpayable in real life. So yeah, I don't know, these people have a lot of money, they're super rich and privileged, so good for them, I guess. But yeah, I did struggle quite a lot with this house, just because I was kind of struggling to figure out what I really wanted to do with it and what direction I wanted to take it in. And I sometimes feel that way if I take like some tiny bit of inspiration off of some image, like I did with this one. Like, I took inspiration from that little debug house, you know, and I didn't want to like copy that house completely. I just wanted to take some inspiration from the shape, because I thought that was very, very interesting. So I took inspiration from the debug building just for the shape, and then I did everything else. I just like freestyled it, you know. So I kind of like felt a little bit lost, because I didn't know what to do with it, and I just, you know, played around with it a little bit, and then I feel like in the end it turned out pretty okay, and I like the finished result quite a lot. So I hope you all like it as well. But I guess that is all I have to say about this house. Also, sorry for talking so fast. I'm very hyper today. I don't know if you really can tell, because I feel like sometimes my microphone just kind of like makes me sound very monotone, no matter how I'm actually speaking in real life. Like, I could talk like this, and I could also talk like really, really crazy, you know, really loudly and be super hyper, and it would just kind of like sound almost the same on the microphone. So I guess sometimes you can't really hear how hyper or sad I actually am in a voiceover, which probably is for the best, honestly. But yeah, anyway, I'm just in a really good mood today, so that's good. I am now on my fall break, which has been much needed. I have been going through like kind of a tough time recently, so it's just very nice to kind of like finally have a little break and just be able to relax and do whatever I want to. I've been eating out so much, so yeah, I'm very grateful for that, and I'm just trying to relax and whatever. Tonight we are gonna go out for dinner, which I think is really exciting. We are gonna go to this Italian restaurant that I have not been to before, so that's very fun. And I think tomorrow we are gonna take a little day trip somewhere, and another day we are gonna go see a movie. So, you know, just very relaxing and low-key stuff, and that's just like what I need right now. So I'm very excited to just be relaxing. And also today I'm recording this on the 17th of October, which is the last day that you can get the Sims 4 Desert Luxe kit for free. So if you are watching it today and you have not gotten that kit yet, please do go redeem it, because, you know, it's free and it's gonna be $5 tomorrow. But yeah, also tomorrow the live stream that the Sims has been hyping up for so long is gonna, you know, be happening. It's gonna be a live stream tomorrow, so I'm kind of like nervous about it, just because I feel like a lot of people have gotten their hopes up so high, and you can just like get nothing but disappointed when your hopes are up that high. So I'm very nervous about it, and I don't think I will be attending this stream, just because I feel like some of the like very high profile streams that the Sims do sometimes, when they like really hype up a stream, they can be very overwhelming. And if I do decide to like tune in for this stream, I definitely am gonna be hiding the chat, because the chat is absolutely brutal, and that's definitely like a little pro tip if you don't really like participate in those streams very often. I definitely recommend turning off the chat and just like not looking at that at all, because people are so mean and like just like horrible to the developers and to like everyone else in the chat, and they are just saying horrific things. So I definitely don't recommend, you know, watching that go down, because it's just very unpleasant. And a lot of people are speculating that the Sims 5 is going to be announced tomorrow, so even if that is like the thing that's happening, then the people that don't want the Sims 5 are going to be super mad, and the people that do want the Sims 5 are going to be upset with the way that the game looks. And if it's not the Sims 5, then people who want the game are going to be very upset that it's not the Sims 5. So there's just like no way that the chat is going to be good. So definitely hide that if you do attend the stream. And also, like, I don't feel like I necessarily have to say this to you guys, because like judging off the way that you all, you know, treat me and talk to me in my comment section and whatever, I feel like you guys are all very mature and kind people, and you know not to treat others really badly. But if you are, you know, a bad egg who could, you know, consider being very mean to the developers in, you know, stream chats, definitely don't do that, because it's just so uncool, and that's just a really bad thing to do. So if you do that, you're just a really awful person, and nobody likes you, and you're probably really ugly. So yeah, don't do that. Just for the record, don't do it. And if you're like me, definitely turn off the chat, because it's just very stressful to look at. But yeah, I don't know if I am going to be attending this stream. I'm probably just gonna watch a video about this stream when it has, you know, happened, and then that'll be a lot less overwhelming. So yeah, I might just consider doing that. But anyway, that is going to be happening tomorrow, and I'm very nervous about it, honestly. Also, if you hear some like loud car noises in the background of this voiceover, I'm really sorry, but it seems like outside my house someone is like building something, and like tractors or some like construction work machines are driving back and forth, and they're super loud. So I'm sorry if you can hear that, but I just like cannot be bothered to always stop the recording whenever it happens, because it's like all the time right now. So sorry. But yeah, anyway, I have a little story that I want to tell you, and it's kind of gross. It involves gross things, but yeah. Anyway, so yesterday I was gonna go give Minnie, my dog, a treat, and in the kitchen we have this drawer with her like food and her treats and just like her stuff, I guess, that she needs to have in the kitchen. So that's like Minnie's drawer, in my opinion. That's what I call it. And I opened that up to, you know, get her a little treat, and then I saw that some of her kibble food were just kind of like lying on the bottom of this drawer, and I was kind of like a little bit weirded out by that, because it normally doesn't, I don't think. But yeah, I just like decided to look closer, because I could see like some little bits of something. I was just like thinking that they were crumbs, but I, you know, stuck my head in the drawer and I looked a little bit closer at these things, and they were in fact bugs, which is so disgusting. So we had maggots in Minnie's food drawer, which is just disgusting and so nasty, and I felt really awful about that, because ew, that's so gross. So I told my mom, and we just like immediately cleaned it out and threw everything that we didn't actually like need in that drawer out, because we just, you know, didn't need the things, and it was just like a good opportunity to clean it out. So we threw out a bunch of stuff and we cleaned everything in the drawer, and we made sure to remove any of Minnie's food that was not like closed into some little container and whatever. So yeah, that was just really, really disgusting, and there were literal maggots in Minnie's food, and I was just so disgusted. And she was like so upset that we, you know, pulled out her drawer and like took her stuff, because she knows that it's hers and her stuff is there, and she was like, what the hell are you doing with my stuff? That is mine. But it's okay, because, you know, we cleaned it and everything is better now. So, you know, it was good that we did that and we discovered those disgusting maggots. But I was like kind of, you know, confused, because I never really understood how maggots and bugs of that sort just sort of like appear, because like from one moment to another, when you have like some food or rubbish or something lying out, like within a few days the food can just like go from being, you know, a piece of fruit that's laying on your counter or whatever, and then the other day there can be like a maggot infestation. And I did not understand how that happened, so I googled it, because I just like felt this insatiable need to know how maggots appear. And apparently it's because like flies lay eggs, and then these maggots are fly larvae. Is that how you pronounce that word? I don't know, but like the baby flies, that's what they are. So that's how maggots appear, and I think that's disgusting. So yeah, anyway, please just like be very aware of like food lying free around your house and whatnot, because you will get a maggot infestation if you don't take care of that, okay? So yeah, I don't know, that was disgusting, and I was just very grossed out by that, but we handled it very quickly, and you know, we put bleach in the drawer to just like kill everything, so everything is good now. But it was just disgusting. But yeah, that's just a fun little very gross thing that happened to me the other day. Obviously I have not been experiencing anything fun for the past few weeks, because I have not been telling you about anything fun for the past many weeks, so sorry about that. But yeah, maggot story is what you got today. But yeah, I don't know, I've just been like in a bad headspace for the past few months, and I have just been struggling a lot. And now that I'm like, you know, in a better place, I am just relaxing a little bit. But I will be doing some fun stuff this week, which I'm very excited about, and perhaps I will tell you some stories about that if there's anything fun to tell. But another thing is, I actually like ended up going up a little bit in my doses, is that what it's called, like on my medication, because I am on antidepressants, which is not like, you know, something I talk about every day, just because I don't really feel the need to do that. But it's also like not a secret, because it's not something that needs to be a secret. It is something that's pretty taboo, and I have like met some criticism in the past for like talking about it and just like for being on it. But yeah, I am on antidepressants, and I have been for about a year and a half, and for like that first year and a half or something, it was very, very good. But for the past few months, I feel like I've just like been having some issues, and I have just been struggling a lot. So I decided to go up a little bit, and I went from taking 100 milligrams a day to 150, and I started, you know, taking like a little bit more about like 5 days ago or something, and I definitely feel a lot better already now. And I was kind of like concerned about it, because I remember when I originally like started taking the medication and went up from like 0 to 50 and then to 100 milligrams a day, I felt so tired. Like you have to do it slowly, like you can't just go from taking 0 milligrams to 100 milligrams from one day to another. That's very dangerous, and it could like provoke some bad thoughts and like very dangerous side effects in your brain. So that's not a thing you should do. So yeah, even though it took me quite a lot of time to go from 0 to 100 milligrams a day, I still felt super tired when I hit 100 milligrams, and it was like super exhausting for my body, just because it is very hard on you to take these meds, you know. So yeah, that was definitely rough, and I was kind of concerned that I would feel some of these same like side effects now that I went up a little bit for the first few weeks or something. But I have not felt any physical side effects, and the only thing I have felt is, you know, the positive stuff. So that's very good, and I'm very happy about that. So I just wanted to address it and kind of like talk about it, just because like antidepressants are very controversial for some reason. And the reason why I say for some reason is because I don't understand why people have a problem with it. I know that it's not for everyone, and a lot of people have had very bad experiences with it, and for that reason they are very standoffish towards antidepressants and what they do for others. But like, you don't get to say that antidepressants are bad and they should not like, you know, be given out to people and whatever, just because you had a bad experience with it, or you know somebody who had a bad experience, or if it's just like not something you need, because you don't need it, you know. And like some of us, like me and some other people that I know, have had very good experiences with it, and it definitely 100% saved my life. So please just just like stop saying that antidepressants as a whole are very bad when you had a bad experience, because that is not the truth at all. You should just say that you did not have a good experience and then accept that others did, okay? You don't get to be mean to others, okay? But I have heard that the reason why some people don't like it is because apparently some doctors allegedly like just hand these antidepressants out like it's candy when a patient comes to them and say that they are feeling, you know, bad mentally and whatever. And if that's true, then that's obviously bad, and the doctors should definitely make sure that antidepressants is what's right for the individual patient. I don't know if it's true though. I don't really know anything about the statistics regarding that, so I can't really say if it's true or not, but I do know that my story is very different from like other people who have tried antidepressants. Story is like, for example, I was diagnosed with depression when I was 10 years old, and I have struggled with it even before then, and I have been through like a lot of therapy and have received a lot of like quote-unquote help. The reason why I say quote-unquote help is because it was honestly very traumatic. But yeah, that's a whole different story. But yeah, the only thing that has helped me even a little bit was antidepressants, so I'm very, very grateful for them. And my depression is definitely like different from people who have felt like depressed from either like grief or going through a rough patch in their life. Like, it's not the same. So I just kind of like have a problem with people saying that antidepressants in general are bad when they only like go off of their own experience, and I think that's very wrong. So I just wanted to say that. So sorry for like preaching for a little bit. I just needed to get that off my chest. Anyway though, so just like going back to the topic of maggots, the other day when I like googled maggots and how they appear and whatever, I also looked on Google Images at the maggots, and I just kind of like, I guess, wanted to see maggots in a pile or something like that. I just wanted to see some very PG, nice, well, I guess not nice exactly because they're maggots, but I just wanted to see some regular pictures of maggots. However, what I saw was so goddamn disturbing. Like, oh my god, I am traumatized. I saw it, I don't want to go into detail, right, but I saw some maggots in places they were not supposed to be that were very disturbing, such as like in dogs, in like their skin and in wounds, and it was so gross. So do not Google maggots and look at the images, because no, that is just horrible. Anyway though, sorry about that. I've been talking so much in this voiceover. I mean, obviously I've been talking for like almost 28 minutes at this point, but I feel like I've been talking very fast and I've said a lot of stuff, but I've had a good time. I feel like we've had a good conversation about life in general, and I really just like needed to, I guess, do a little voiceover today, so I'm glad that I had a video that I could do a voiceover on, I guess, yeah. But we are just currently finishing up the bedrooms, and I had so much fun working on the children's bedrooms. It was just so much fun to do them, and I gave the kids' bedroom like a sky theme, so I put like cloud furniture and just like blue furniture, and I thought that was really cute, and I don't think I've ever done that before, so that was fun. But yeah, the parents' bedroom is not like super interesting. It's just very neutral and boring, as I said. But yeah, we are also just like adding some finishing touches, I guess. And in the backyard there was like some big-ish, just like green spot with grass on it, and I didn't really know what to do with it when I was doing the backyard. But then in the end, I think I ended up putting a swing set out there, but I didn't show that on camera, so you won't see that in the, you know, recording, but I did put a swing set in the backyard for the record. But yeah, anyway, this video is about to come to an end, so I would just like to say thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a little thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already and you enjoy my content. I would really appreciate it, but you know, you don't have to, because I don't want to like force people to do anything they don't want to do. But yeah, you can download this house on my gallery page. My ID is just LacyLena on there. But besides all of that, I hope you're having an amazing day, and then I cannot wait to see you all in my next video that I will be posting in just a few days. So bye everybody.